Merry meet everyone, and welcome once again to Lady Moonlight Story Time and Kids Club with myself, Lady Moonlight, and my little friends in the background there, Rocky and Rio. It's been a little while since I've came on and read a story to you all, but we've had technical issues with YouTube videos not putting titles in. However, fingers crossed, that is all fixed now. So we're back on track with our stories every Saturday. So, who am I going to say hello to this week? Who are we going to say hello to, Rio? Well, today I'm going to say hello to Ashton. Hi, Ashton. I'm going to say hello to Hardy. Hi, Hardy. I'm also going to say hello to Olivia. Hello, Olivia. And I'm also going to say hello to Faith. Hi, Faith. And I'm also going to say hello to Benny and Cheyenne. Hi, Benny. Hi, Cheyenne. I'm also going to say hello to Sydney. Hi, Sydney. I'm also going to say hello to Sam. Hi, Sam. And Harrison. Hi, Harrison. And also Lily and Connor. Hi, Lily. Hi, Connor. And of course, to all the boys and girls out there that probably watch Lady Moonlight but haven't given me their names yet. So if you would like a mention on story time, put your name below and I will add you to story time, and you may even get your name in one of my stories. How magic is that? Now, talking of stories, what's today's story? Well, today's story is called Hardy, the Soldier and the Inchworm. Hardy lived with his parents and his brother Ashton in a beautiful cottage. Beside the cottage was a beautiful stream, and beside the stream there was a magical forest. Now, Hardy and Ashton have spent many times in my previous stories in the magical forest. It's one of their favourite places to go, and you never know what's going to happen. But they never go alone. They always take someone with them, whether it's an adult or whether it's somebody else. Now, Hardy woke up one morning. The sun was splitting the sky. It's a lovely day, Ashton, he said, shaking his brother. Ashton opened one eye. I suppose so, said Ashton. Oh, come on, lazy bones, said Hardy. The sun's out. No time to be lying in bed. Soon after he'd said that, Mum shouted up, "Come on, boys, breakfast time." That did it. Ashton woke both eyes up. Ho! Food! Breakfast! Jumped out of bed and the two boys ran down the stairs and into the kitchen. "What's for breakfast, Mum?" said Ashton. "I'm starving." "Well, we have a good fry-up and we also have some cereal." "Oh, yummy!" "Now go and take yourself and sit down at the table." The two children went to the dining table and sat down. Mum served the breakfast. "What shall we do today then, boys?" said Mum. "Can we go into the magical forest?" said Hardy. "We haven't been for days. The rain has kept us from going, and today's the first day that the sun's actually came out." "Well, I don't have anything planned, and Dad's going to work, so yes, we can go into the magical forest." "Yippee!" said Ashton. That means more adventures, right? I mean, never know what we're going to see in the magical forest. That's very true, said Mum. Well, if we're going to the magical forest, eat up your breakfast. They all ate up their breakfast, and Dad said goodbye to the kids as he headed off out the door to work. Now, kids, let's take jackets with us, because even though the sun's out, it may get cooler later on. I've already made a little picnic because I knew it was a nice day, but I didn't know what we were going to do, but it makes no difference. A picnic can be eaten anywhere. Mum got the picnic basket, the kids grabbed their jackets and their shoes, and out the door they went. They went across the old rickety bridge that crossed the stream. They stopped in the middle of the bridge to listen to the water. I love that water, said Ashton. It's beautiful, isn't it? You can hear the splashing and the rippling of the water. It's like music. That's exactly what it is, said Ashton's mum. It's music, but it's water music. There's music all around, you know. You just need to listen. Listen. The two boys didn't say a word, but listened. Yes, they could hear the water. But then they heard the birds singing. The birds can sing too. That's music, isn't it, Mum? Said Hardy. Yes, that's exactly what it is, music. Then Ashton said, I can hear the leaves rustling in the trees. Is that music too? Yes, it is music too. But it's also messages in the wind as well if you really, really listen carefully. But that's a little bit for when you get older. But everything in nature has music or has messages. But to hear them, you have to be extra quiet. Oh, that's why we didn't hear them before, said Hardy. Exactly, said Mum. Now come on then, if we're going into the woods, we better get a move on. They left the bridge behind and took the path into the woods. Now remember, what must we do, said Mum. Always stay by Mum and always stay on the path, said Ashton. Well done, Ashton, you remembered. And why must we stay on the path? Ah, that's easy, said Hardy. It's in case we get lost, because if we get lost in the woods, then we could be here for days and years and months and then... Oh, stop exaggerating, said Ashton. We'd be here for a while anyway, said Hardy. Mum laughed. Indeed we would. So it's not wise to go off the path. They walked on past the trees that they were rustling. And as they passed the trees that were rustling, they heard drumming from a distance. What's that? Said Ashton. I have no idea. Maybe it's thunder, said Hardy. Doesn't sound like thunder to me, said Hardy and Ashton's mum. Let's listen again. They stopped to listen. It was getting nearer now. Oh, that's definitely not thunder, said Ashton. No, it's not, said Mum. It sounds like a drum. The drumming stopped, said Ashton. So it has, said Hardy. Hello, said Mum. Is anyone there? At first there was no answer. Then they got a hello. Who's that? Said Ashton. I have no idea, said Hardy. But it's a man's voice. I hope he's a good man. The next minute, out of the woods, there came a soldier. The soldier looked very puzzled, and in his hand he had a drum. Good day to you, madam, he said to Ashton and Hardy's mum, and good day to you boys. Good day. Who are you? And why are you wearing funny clothes? I'm a soldier, said the man. Funny you should mention clothes. Ugh. You know, I fell asleep in the middle of the forest because I was so tired of drumming and so tired of walking. And when I woke up, well, would you know it? Look at my feet. They looked down at his feet, and all he had on was his socks. Oh. And look, said the man. I've lost my trousers, and I've only got my shorts on underneath. Thank heavens I had shorts on. Oh, said Ashton. And my shirt, well, how on earth they got the shirt off my back I do not know. But all I'm left with was the jacket to cover up on. At least they left me with my jacket. Oh, that is strange. Maybe somebody had no clothes, said Ashton's mum, and borrowed your clothes. Aye, that might be. But now I've no clothes. Well, of sorts. Thank goodness I've got my shorts and my jacket. And my socks. But I'll tell you, even with socks, those little pebbles don't half get in between your toes. Oh dear. Whatever shall we do? Said Mum. I know. Let's go and ask Fairy Annabelle. She has a cottage just up here. Maybe she has some idea on how to get your clothes back, or at least to give you some clothes. Fairy Annabelle, huh? Said the soldier. Yes, she's a lovely fairy and very helpful in these woods. Show the way then, madam, said the soldier. Do you know, it's a little bit of a way, but we could sing a song to help pass the time. Aye, and I've got my drum, said the soldier, rattling his drum with this drumstick. Perfect. But what song shall we sing? Said Ashton. Mum looked at them and said, I know. What about the Soldier song? That's all about a soldier that lost his clothes. Perfect. You sing the song and I'll drum, said the soldier. Will you join in? You might have to play this video a few times to learn the song, but once you've learned the words, you can join in any time you want. The song's called Soldier, Soldier, Won't You Marry Me? I've got my drum as well. Let's sing together. I'll sing the first line, and then the other verses are the same as the first line, but with a different item of clothing. You'll see what I mean as we go along the song. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe and drum? Oh no, sweet maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no shoes to put on. So off she went to the grandfather's chest, and she bought him some shoes of the very, very best, and the soldier put them on. Soldier, 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 won't you marry me with your musket, pipe and drum? Oh no, sweet maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no trousers to put on. So off she went to her grandfather's chest, and she brought him some trousers of the very, very best, and the soldier put them on. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe and drum? Oh no, sweet maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no shirt to put on. So off she went to the grandfather's chest, and she brought him a shirt of the very, very best, and the soldier put them on. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe and drum? Oh no, sweet maid, I cannot marry you, for I have no jacket to put on. So off she went to the grandfather's shop, and she bought him a jacket of the very, very best, and the soldier put them on. Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe and drum? Oh no, sweet maid, I cannot marry you, for I have a wife of my own. Well done. Did you manage to join in with the words of the song? Never mind if you didn't get the words quite right. You can always listen again and learn the songs as you go along. There may even be another song in the story as well. You never know. That was a lovely song, said the soldier, and just right, considering I have no clothes. Well, I have some clothes, but not them all. And look, said Mum, we've already arrived at Fairy Annabelle's cottage. She knocked on the door. There was no answer. Hello, said Mum. Is there anyone in? She knocked again. So did Rocky knock. Hello, is there anyone in? Are you knocking on the door, Rocky? Well, maybe the third time, Lucky. Let's try knocking again. Hello? Is there anyone in? This time they heard a faint voice. Hello? I'll be just 1 minute. They heard the door opening, and there stood Fairy Annabelle. Well, hello, Ashton, and hello, Hardy. Nice to see you. Oh, and hello, Hardy and Ashton's mum. Oh, and hello, soldier. Oh dear. Oh, what's happened to your clothes? Good question, said the soldier. Oh, come on in before anyone sees you and before you catch a cold. I have a nice warm fire, said Fairy Annabelle. They all went in, and Fairy Annabelle looked at the soldier very puzzlingly. So what happened to your clothes then? Well, after marching in the forest by myself as I do, I was trying to find my troops and, well, I fell asleep. And when I woke up, well, my trousers and my shoes and my shirt had all vanished, out of sight. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait a minute, said Fairy Annabelle. Now, I did come across a naughty pixie earlier on today. And funnily enough, the pixie fell over a stone. And when he fell, his bag fell to the ground. And out of his bag came a pair of boots, a pair of trousers, and funnily enough, a shirt. Now I knew, just by looking at these items, that the elf was far too small for those clothes, so the elf must have stole the clothes. What did you do? Said the soldier. Well, I reminded the elf that stealing isn't bad, and stealing can cause you to get into a lot of trouble. But if the elf would kindly gift me the clothes that he stole, I would say no more about it. Oh, said the soldier. And did he? Said Ashton's mum. He certainly did. It was either that or go to elf prison. What would you prefer? Well, he gave me the clothes, and funny enough, I put them in this old chest, right in the corner. Said Ashton. What's so funny? Said Fairy Annabel. We've just sang a song about clothes and an old chest. Oh, well, my old chest is my grandfather's chest, said the fairy. Again, Hardy started laughing. Yes, it was a grandfather's chest in the song as well. What a coincidence, said Fairy Annabel. Oh, well, let me see. She opened the chest and she pulled out the boots. Are these boots yours? The soldier smiled. Aye, ma'am, those boots are mine. And is this shirt yours? Ah, yes, that's my shirt. It still has the tomato soup stain that I spilled last night on my shirt. And what about these trousers? Aye, ma'am, they're my trousers. Well, all is well then. You can change over there. There's an old screen there. The soldier went behind the screen and put his trousers on and his shirt and his boots, and then came back to join the others. I do thank you, ma'am. I don't know what I would have done, going to find the rest of my troops, hardly dressed. You're more than welcome. I'm just glad that I managed to meet that naughty elf and get your clothes back for you. Well, seems you are right, said the soldier to Ashton's mum. It seems Fairy Annabel is very useful indeed. Oh, she is. It's a nice day. Won't you all join me for some scones and cream and jam and a cup of tea and maybe some juice for the children? Let's go out into the garden. Oh, that's a great idea, said Mum. Ah, I could do with something to eat, said the soldier. Drumming is, well, hungry work, if you know what I mean. I know what you mean, said Fairy Annabel. They went into the garden, and there was enough toadstools for everyone to have a seat on. They all took a seat and then started to tuck into the beautiful scones with jam and cream and the refreshing drinks. Suddenly they heard a rustle coming from the marigolds in the flower bed next to them. Rustle, 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 rustle. 2 and 2. It's 4. What's that? Said Ashton. Listen. 4 and 4 are 8. Oh, I hear that, said Hardy. 8 and 8 are 16. Oh, and 16 and 16 are 32. They looked and looked, but couldn't see anyone. What is that? Oh, that's marigolds. Oh, no, said Ashton's mum. I mean, not the marigolds, but the voice. Where's it coming from and what is it? Listen. They listened again. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16, 32. Ah, said Fairy Annabel. That's my little friend, the inchworm. Ew, said Hardy. Worms. Yuck! Aren't they big, slimy, horrible looking things? Not at all. You know, all of Earth's creatures are very useful. Even the smallest, yuckiest insects. They all have a part to play. Even the inchworm. Why is it called an inchworm? Said Hardy. Because most inchworms measure only an inch, which makes them very useful for measuring flowers and leaves and twigs and all sorts. Measuring flowers? Said Hardy. Of course. That's what he's counting. 2 inches add 2 inches is 4. Then 4 inches and 4 inches are 8, and so on. He's a very clever inchworm because he can do his sums. Ah, so an inchworm could teach us how to count and do some times tables then. Indeed they can. And you know something? I have a song that will teach you all about the inchworm and the marigold. Oh, we love songs, said Hardy. Can you teach us it? Of course I can. Would you like to sing with us the Inchworm Song? And I'm sure Rocky will do the bell sound and I will use my drum. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring a marigold. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. Seems to me we stop and stare, how wonderful you are. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring a marigold. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. Seems to me we stop and stare, how wonderful you are. Are you going to count this time? 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. Are you going to all join in for the last one? Inchworm, inchworm, measuring a marigold. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. Seems to me you stop and stare, how wonderful you are. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. Well done. What a wonderful voices you all have. Let me put my drum down. Ashton and Hardy smiled. "Well, maybe," said Ashton. "The inchworm isn't so ugly and slimy after all." Ashton bent down and picked up the inchworm and put it on the end of his finger. The inchworm stood up on his finger and smiled. "Thank you," said the inchworm. "Oh, he's not as slimy as I thought he would be," said Ashton. "In fact, he's quite rough." "Well, you'd be rough too if you were crawling on your belly half the time and counting all day long," said the inchworm. "I guess I would." "Okay, I'm glad we met you. And you're not ugly at all. In fact, I think you're the most beautiful inchworm I have ever seen," said Ashton. "I agree," said Hardy. Hardy took the inchworm from Ashton. "Let's put the inchworm back. He's got a job to do. There's so many marigolds that he's got to count." "Aye, I'm on my 5th one already," said the inchworm. "I've only got another 3 to do. And then I can retire for the night." Hardy put the inchworm back where he found him on the marigold. And the children finished what they were eating. And they all thanked Fairy Annabelle. Firstly, for the clothes from the soldier, and secondly, for introducing them to the inchworm. "You know," said Hardy, "next time we see worms, or flies, or butterflies, or beetles, or any other little scary animals, we won't hurt them, because they all have a job to do, right?" "Of course they do," said Fairy Annabelle. "Even spiders. Lots of people don't like spiders. But without the spiders, we would be overrun with flies." "That's right," said Ashton, "because spiders eat flies, so they keep the number of flies down." "Exactly." "Wow, never thought of it that way," said Hardy. "But you know what? We learn something every time we come into these magic woods." "Yes, we certainly do," said Ashton. They thanked Fairy Annabelle and then left. As they walked back towards their cottage, the soldier came to the path where he first met them. "Well," said the soldier, "time for me to get back to my troops. They'll be wondering where I am. But I can't thank you children and your mum enough. Without your help, and of course Fairy Annabelle's, I would never find my clothes." "You're welcome," said Ashton's mum. "Stay to the path," said Hardy. "You don't want to be getting lost." "I'll stay to the path," said the soldier. "Good day to you all." Off the soldier went. "Soldier, soldier, won't you marry me with your musket, pipe and drum, dum, 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 dum." The children laughed. "He'll learn the words soon enough," said Hardy. "As we all will." "Yes, I'm sure he will," said Mum. "And I'm sure you'll all learn the words as well, the more you listen to this story." The children reached the edge of the forest. "You know something," said Mum. "In all of the excitement, we still have our picnic." "Oh, so we do." "Well, waste not, want not," said Mum. "Dad'll be home soon from his work. So I think we'll just have our picnic later on for dinner. I'll put all the things in the fridge to keep them fresh." "Yay!" said the children. "Scones and juice and tea at Fairy Annabelle's and a picnic tea. This has been a magical day indeed. The children crossed the bridge. Can we stop here just for a second? Just for a little second, said Ashton. Of course. I want to listen to the music. In the distance, they could hear the drum as it faded away and faded till suddenly they couldn't hear it anymore. I guess the soldier's found his way to his troops then, said Ashton. Mum smiled. I guess he has. I have love today, said Hardy. We met the soldier, and now I'm not so scared of slimy worms or spiders or bees or even the smallest of insects, because they all have their place on this earth. Isn't that right, Mum? Mum smiled. Yes, that's right. Now go on in and wash up. It will soon be dinner time. It's starting to get dark already. As they reached the gate, they saw Dad's car pulling up in the driveway. Dad's home, said Ashton. They both ran to greet their dad. Hi, boys, said the dad. Have you had a good day? Hardy said, we have had a fantastic day. We met a soldier with no clothes, well, hardly any clothes. Oh, interesting. What else did you find? Oh, well, we found his clothes, with the help of Fairy Annabelle. Aye, she's a very useful fairy, that Annabelle, said Dad. And we met an inchworm. Oh, aren't they little slimy, whatchamacallums? Insects, that's the word I'm looking for. No, Dad, they're not slimy at all. And they're not ugly. And in fact, they're very useful. They can do arithmetic, you know. Can they indeed, said Dad. I'm sure you can tell me all about it over dinner. What is for dinner? Mum laughed. We're having the picnic. You know what Fairy Annabelle's like. She's always got something nice to eat every time we visit her. Well, today was no exception. So we thought we would have the picnic tea instead. Sounds good to me. I love your picnic tea, Mum, said the children's dad. And they all laughed and went inside. After they washed up, the kids told their dad all about their day with the soldier, Fairy Annabelle, the music, and of course the inchworm. Can you remember the Inchworm Song? Let me get my drum and we'll remember you the words, because every child needs to be able to count, right? Let's do the Inchworm Song. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. Seems to me we stop and stare. How wonderful you are. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. Come on, Rocky, join in. 16 and 16 are 32. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. You and your arithmetic, you'll probably go far. Inchworm, inchworm, measuring the marigold. Seems to me you stop and stare, how wonderful you are. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. 2 and 2 are 4. 4 and 4 are 8. 8 and 8 are 16. 16 and 16 are 32. Even Rocky was knocking at the numbers. I hope you enjoyed today's story, and I hope you enjoyed the song as well. I look forward to joining you next week for another story. Until then, have a good week everyone, and be good. And watch out for those marigolds. You never know if there's an inchworm on them. Listen carefully. You might even hear him counting. Merry part everyone, till we merry meet again. From myself, Lady Moonlight, and my wonderful counting parrots in the background, Rocky and Rio. Say goodbye, boys. Are you saying goodbye, Rocky? No, he's just looking at the camera. Take care, everyone. Lots of love to you all from Lady Moonlight. Bye.